Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? You're not alone. Millions of seniors struggle with poor sleep, even after 7 or 8 hours of rest. But what if the problem isn't how long you sleep, but when you sleep? The truth is that your body's internal clock changes as you get older, and most seniors aren't aligning their sleep schedule with these natural changes. In this video, we'll reveal the crucial bedtime window after 70 that could completely transform your sleep, health, and energy levels. Backed by science, this simple adjustment has already made a life-changing difference for seniors across the country. You'll learn why sleeping between 9 o'clock and 10 p.m. is key to waking up refreshed, with more energy, and even improving heart health, memory, and emotional well-being. Why is this important? Because after 70, your body's circadian rhythm shifts, making it harder to get restful sleep if you don't follow the new timing your body craves. We'll share the powerful science behind this and real-life stories of seniors who've reversed exhaustion, improved their memory, and even reduced their risk of heart problems, simply by shifting their bedtime. Stick around until the end of the video to discover easy, actionable steps to improve your sleep without expensive pills or supplements. This video is packed with tips that can make a lasting difference in how you feel every day. Don't miss out on this simple, yet powerful, life-changing solution. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. For many seniors, the idea of sleep has become just another part of the routine, something to force themselves into at the end of a long day. But here's the thing. Most of us aren't listening to the natural rhythm of our bodies. Instead, we stick to the familiar habits of staying up late, binge-watching our favorite TV shows, scrolling mindlessly through our phones, and delaying bedtime until the clock strikes 11 p.m. or even midnight. And the unfortunate consequence? I woke up the next morning feeling drained as if we never slept at all. The cycle continues, night after night, with little relief. Now, what does science say about this? A groundbreaking study conducted by the Mayo Clinic in 2024 uncovered something truly remarkable. Seniors who went to bed between 9 o'clock and 10 p.m. saw a staggering 45% improvement in their sleep quality. Imagine that, fewer awakenings, deeper, more restful sleep, and waking up feeling energized, all without a single pill or supplement. Can you even picture what it would feel like to wake up every morning with more energy, a sense of clarity, and vitality in your bones? It's more powerful than you may realize, and here's why. Your body is sending you signals, natural signs that it's ready for rest. Around 8:30 or 9 p.m., your body starts to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. That wave of drowsiness you feel? It's not a weakness or something to be pushed aside. It's biology working with you. Your body is asking for rest, longing for the rejuvenation sleep brings. If you ignore this biological cue, you risk tossing and turning all night, suffering through restless hours, and waking up only to feel the same exhaustion. But if you honor that moment and listen to your body's request for rest, well, that's when the magic happens. Take Mr. Johnson, for example, a vibrant 70-year-old retired teacher. For years, he was active, sharp, and loved taking his morning walks. But recently, something had changed. He felt tired all the time. His nights were filled with endless tossing and turning, and his mind seemed foggy and distant. It was a troubling shift, and despite numerous medical tests, there were no answers. His doctor, after listening to his concerns, made one simple suggestion: shift his bedtime from 11 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for just 3 weeks. Mr. Johnson was skeptical, but he trusted the advice. 3 weeks later, he walked back into that doctor's office with a smile. "I feel like the lights are back on in my brain," he said, and it wasn't just a one-off case. In a 6-month survey involving over 500 seniors, the results were remarkable. 80% fell asleep faster, 75% woke up fewer times during the night, and 70% reported waking up feeling more energized. No medications, no sleep trackers, just the simple act of shifting bedtime. Now, if you've been feeling tired, struggling to get through the day, or thinking that constant exhaustion is just a part of aging, let me tell you, it doesn't have to be. Your body may not be failing you. It may simply be out of sync with your outdated routine. The solution. It starts with something as simple as listening to the clock and honoring the natural rhythm your body is craving. Many people see sleep as a passive state, just a break from the grind of the day. But for seniors, especially those in their 70s and beyond, sleep can be far more than that. It becomes a powerful, built-in healing system that our bodies are begging to use. If only we'd allow it. Let me share something crucial with you: your heart. In our clinic, we've been tracking the sleep habits and cardiovascular health of older adults for years. There's an undeniable pattern. Seniors who adjusted their bedtime to 9:30 p.m. consistently experienced fewer irregular heartbeats, more stable blood pressure, and an overall reduction in cardiovascular risks. And this isn't just an anecdotal observation. That same Mayo Clinic study showed a significant 45% reduction in heart-related issues for seniors who made this simple change of going to bed between 9 o'clock and 10 p.m. The stakes are high, my friends. By adjusting something as simple as your bedtime, you're not just improving your sleep. You're improving your heart health, your mind, and your overall quality of life. So why not give it a try? Listen to your body, honor its natural rhythms, and allow sleep to work its magic on your health. It's not some magical new pill, nor is it something that costs an arm and a leg. It's not even hard to do. It's simply about timing. I'll never forget what Mrs. Delgado, a 75-year-old patient of mine, said to me one day. I didn't realize how tired my heart was until it started beating easier again. Those words stuck with me, because they captured the simple yet profound power of rest and respect for our bodies. But let me tell you something. It's not just your heart that benefits from honoring your body's new bedtime. It's something deeply personal: your memory. How many times have you found yourself forgetting appointments, misplacing keys, or having to ask the same question over and over again? It's frustrating, isn't it? And for many seniors, it can lead to fears of something worse: dementia, Alzheimer's, cognitive decline. What most don't know is that your brain, like the rest of your body, has its natural rhythm and needs that rhythm to thrive. Deep sleep is when your brain works to clear out the toxins that are linked to cognitive decline. This cleansing cycle is most efficient when you respect your body's natural melatonin cycle, between 9 and 10 p.m. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. I think back to Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, a couple in their mid-70s, both worried about their fading memories. They were skeptical at first, but when they started going to bed earlier, everything changed. They laughed more, they remembered more, and they began to feel like themselves again. A follow-up cognitive test after just 12 weeks showed a 32% improvement in their memory scores. Mr. Thompson, with his characteristic grin, told me, "It feels like the lights are back on upstairs." That transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional, too. It was a reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions bring the most profound results. And let's talk about your emotional well-being, something many of us overlook. Anxiety, low mood, and the weight of those restless nights can quietly chip away at the joy in our lives. But when patients committed to a consistent 9:30 p.m. bedtime in our clinic, they experienced something remarkable. A 58% reduction in anxiety symptoms, improved mood stability, and an overall sense of calm in the morning. This wasn't a coincidence. Between 9 p.m. and midnight, your brain enters what researchers call a cleansing cycle. It's not just clearing out toxins, it's also processing stress, tension, and emotional debris. Imagine your nervous system taking a warm bath, relaxing and resetting. Mrs. Riley, 78, put it best when she said, "I used to wake up overwhelmed. Now I wake up clear, lighter." And her story is just one of many. So, here's the truth. If you've been feeling anxious, forgetful, or like you're just not yourself, the answer might be simpler than you think. The clock may just be your greatest medicine. It's not about sleeping more, it's about sleeping right. And between 9 and 10 p.m., that might be the key your body has been silently asking for all along. It's time to listen to your body and give it the rest it deserves. Now that you understand how crucial the time you go to bed is, you might be wondering, what more can I do to help my body sleep better? For so many older adults, simply knowing the right time to sleep is just the beginning. The truth is that years of disrupted nights, waking up in the middle of the night, and poor sleep habits don't just vanish overnight. It's frustrating, isn't it? After all, sleep is the one thing that helps us recharge and refresh, but for some, it feels like a distant memory. But here's the comforting news. You don't need to spend a fortune on fancy gadgets, apps, or supplements. The most powerful changes come from 5 simple habits. Habits that have transformed the sleep of hundreds of older adults, bringing them back to the restful, restorative sleep they thought they'd lost forever. I can't stress enough how this isn't some quick fix. It's about consistency, patience, and making small, impactful changes. Let's dive into these habits that can completely change your nights. First and foremost, honor the golden hour every night. Consistency is key. Going to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. every single night, yes, even on weekends, might seem like a small change, but it's the bedrock of good sleep. Why? Because our bodies crave routine. Our internal clock thrives on it. When we mess with our bedtimes, everything else goes haywire. Melatonin levels, cortisol surges, and even our deep sleep cycles all get thrown off. It's like trying to run a marathon on broken shoes. Catch that drowsy wave at 8:30 or 9 p.m. and let it guide you into a peaceful, deep sleep. This is the time when your body heals, your muscles repair, and your mind resets. It's sacred, just like how we view nutrition or exercise. Now, about that evening coffee or heavy meal. Think it's harmless? Well, I've learned from experience that it's anything but. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 6 to 8 hours, quietly wreaking havoc on your sleep patterns. Even that small square of dark chocolate or that cup of green tea you think is gentle, they can all disrupt your body's ability to fall into deep, restful sleep. And let's not forget those late-night dinners. Eating late forces your digestive system to stay awake when your body is begging for rest. As we age, our digestion slows down, making it harder to rest. And you know what that leads to: acid reflux, restlessness, and shallow sleep. So, here's a tip. Finish your dinner at least 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. And if you're feeling a little hungry later, go for something light, like a banana, a few almonds, or a warm cup of herbal tea. It's all about giving your body the space to wind down. Lastly, let's talk about light. We live in a world dominated by screens and artificial lighting, but our brains are still stuck in the old ways, just like our ancestors, who slept when the sun went down. Those bright lights, those blue tones from your TV, phone, or overhead LEDs. They send a message to your brain that it's still daytime. This confuses your sleep system and keeps melatonin levels down, delaying your sleep. But by dimming the lights by 8 p.m. and switching to warm, amber-toned lighting, you give your brain the gentle nudge it needs to start preparing for sleep. It's a simple but profound change, one that allows your melatonin to rise naturally, helping you ease into the rest you've been craving. You'll be utterly stunned at how quickly and gently your eyelids begin to feel heavier, and this happens with no pills or prescriptions whatsoever. It's an amazing experience, almost magical, when you realize that your body is capable of doing this all on its own. No chemicals required. This is the beauty of a mindful wind-down routine. It works wonders in calming both the body and mind, setting the stage for deep, restorative sleep. We all know how important a bedtime routine is for children. We don't just send them off to bed after a busy day of playing and running around. No, we create an environment that prepares them to wind down and relax. We bathe them, we read them stories, we sing lullabies, and we help them feel safe and secure before they drift off to sleep. So, why should it be any different for us as adults, especially as we get older? Seniors deserve just as much care, attention, and tenderness when it comes to preparing for rest. It's crucial to honor the fact that, at any age, we need time to transition from the hustle of the day to the calm of the night. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. To create this kind of sacred routine, it's essential to carve out at least 20 to 30 minutes before bed when you can disconnect and begin to let go. This isn't the time for catching up on the news, listening to heated political debates, or rehashing unresolved arguments. Nor is it a time to tackle that endless to-do list that never seems to end. The more you can remove yourself from these stressors, the better your sleep will be. Instead, replace those mental stressors with gentle, soothing activities. Play soft music that calms the nerves. Practice light stretching to release the tension built up in your muscles throughout the day. Consider a few pages of light reading or, even better, engage in quiet reflection or meditation. This is your time to tell your body and mind that it's safe to relax, that it's time to let go of the day's worries. One of the most powerful steps in this routine, though it may be the hardest, is stepping away from your screens. I know it's easier said than done, but the impact it can have on your ability to fall asleep is profound. In today's world, it's almost impossible not to be glued to your smartphone or tablet right up until bedtime. But doing so is like inviting a battle between your body's natural sleep cycle and the constant barrage of blue light that comes from screens. This blue light interferes with melatonin production, the very hormone responsible for regulating sleep. On top of that, all the mental stimulation from checking social media, watching videos, or responding to work emails keeps your brain in high alert mode, making it nearly impossible to unwind. The solution is simple, yet powerful. Give yourself at least 30 to 60 minutes of screen-free time before bed. Allow yourself to truly detach. Instead of scrolling through endless feeds, embrace stillness, silence, and simplicity. Read a book, do a quiet breathing exercise, or sip on a calming herbal tea. Sleep isn't something you should have to force or chase after. It's something you invite in gently, with patience and care. When you step away from the noise and the distractions, you open the door for restful sleep to enter. I've had the privilege of watching countless people of all ages transform their nights by adopting these shifts. For so many, bedtime once felt like a dreaded, sleepless battle. They would toss and turn, dreading the moment they had to face their restless thoughts and chaotic minds. But after these small, intentional changes, those same people began to look forward to their nights. Not because they were exhausted, but because they had finally found the peace and routine that allowed them to rest deeply and restore their bodies. They no longer felt drained or restless when they woke up. Instead, they experienced the rejuvenating benefits of quality sleep, making them feel more energized and ready to take on the day. At this stage in life, it's important to remember that change doesn't have to be dramatic or overwhelming to be incredibly impactful. Sometimes, all it takes is one small shift. Maybe it's adjusting your bedtime, choosing to wind down an hour earlier than usual, or simply making the decision to turn off the noise that bombards us throughout the day. Your body knows when it's ready for rest. It's just a matter of listening to those signals. And when you do, you'll find that sleep comes naturally, easily, and beautifully. So, what have we learned today? The power of a simple, intentional wind-down routine and how it can truly transform your sleep and overall well-being. We've discovered that small shifts, like stepping away from screens, practicing gentle stretching, or simply creating a quiet, peaceful environment, can make a world of difference. It's not about drastic changes, but about taking the time to listen to your body and nurture it with the rest it deserves. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll be bringing into your own life? Whether it's the 30-minute screen-free window or taking time to disconnect and reflect before bed. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means so much, and we'd love to continue bringing you more content to help you live your best life.